This audio horror series contains adult themes and horror. Viewer's discretion is highly advised. You have been warned. Caroline noticed it one fateful late night. A spider dangling lazily from the ceiling above her bed. She hated spiders, the way their legs twitched, the way they moved with unnerving silence. Without a second thought, she grabbed a shoe from the floor and smacked. The body hit the carpet with a dull thud. Legs curled in on themselves, like a tiny crumpled hand. The next morning, she forgot about it, until she saw another one. Same spot, same ceiling. Its brown and black body shimmered faintly in the pale light, as if mocking her. Another smack, another corpse, left for the vacuum. She shivered but pushed the thought away. Just a coincidence. That night, she drifted to sleep, with her window open, a crack. The faint hum of crickets filled the air. She didn't feel the legs tickling her lips, didn't feel the tiny bodies squeezing inside her mouth, crawling down her throat in a relentless, whispering flood. Dozens, then hundreds. The smallest nestled into her lungs, her stomach, her flesh. Eggs were deposited deep where warmth and darkness fed them best. When she woke the next morning, her throat burned, her skin itched with an intensity that made her nails tear red lines across her arms. Her stomach churned like something alive was twisting inside. She gagged into the sink, but only bile came out. By noon, she could barely stand. Her skin felt too tight, like it didn't quite fit her anymore. Her belly had swollen, distended, heavy with something that moved. She screamed, clutching herself, feeling a skittering sensation beneath the surface, like hundreds of legs dragging themselves across her insides. Her vision blurred, tears streaming as she stumbled back into her bedroom. She collapsed on to the floor, gasping for breath. Her belly bulged grotesquely, veins blackening against the stretched skin. The belly grew and grew and grew, and then it split. The sound was wet and ripping, a grotesque crack of flesh as her stomach burst open. From a gaping wound poured thousands of spiders, slick, glistening with her blood. They flooded all over her, across the floor, onto the bed, into every corner of the room. She saw her intestines, her guts, her lungs, just exposed from her ripped belly that all these spiders came out of. Her final scream was cut short as they swarmed into her mouth, her eyes, her ears. By morning, Caroline's house was silent. No one really knew what happened. Not even their neighbors, who did have a spare key, just in case. Caroline trusted them so much with extra spare keys. If she goes on holidays or anything. They looked around her house and saw nothing. Her stuff, her belongings, her clothing was still there in the house, but including her car. They were weirded out by this, but they have no mind of it. Ever since then, no one knows what happened to Caroline after that. But if you listen closely enough, you could hear the faint, steady sound of skittering legs behind the walls, spreading, multiplying, and waiting.